Hello, my name is Deanna. Welcome to my channel. Your heart beats fast for plants, and this is a channel for you. I've been sharing with all of you guys my plant journey and experiences. And today I'm gonna do my Monstera Thai Constellation update. I think some of you guys have seen that I was struggling with root rot with this baby. So if you haven't seen that story and how we got to this point, I'm gonna put a link to that video. And I wanted to just take a moment for this beautiful beauty and enjoy all of its gorgeousness. Since it's been rerooting here in water, we've gotten this new leaf and this new leaf the past week. So we were stunned on the beauty of these new leaves, and especially this one. As you can see here, it had a beautiful white patch, but it got a little bit of browning and ended up cutting that little piece off of it. It actually felt like it helped because it stopped browning. But we're so in love with this beautiful plant that I ended up talking to a friend to help me create something special to remember it. I actually got these earrings made. Do you see the resemblance? You see that? My earring and a little white patch, and then this beautiful leaf. Since obviously I'm a plant lover, I actually was looking to buy some earrings that were Monstera Thai Constellation earrings, and I could never find the perfect pair. So I ended up talking to a friend that was making some earrings out of clay, and I asked her if she could actually create some for me that were made in resemblance to this beautiful one leaf. And I think she did an amazing job. I've been wearing these for some weeks, and I love them. I love them because they're just fun. You just put them on with any outfit, they pop, you can see them when you're talking. And one of the things that I've been really impressed with is that they don't weigh anything. They're made out of clay, obviously, so they don't weigh anything. So even though they're a medium size, I don't even feel like I'm wearing earrings. So I've actually enjoyed them a lot. And some of you guys have asked me where I got them, so I wanted to go ahead and tell you that I'm actually going to be selling them in my Etsy store that I've just recently created. So I'm really excited. It's also called Plant Heartbeat, so you can look it up in my description, the link, if you're interested in getting more information about these earrings. So they're basically inspired by my beautiful Thai constellation and designed by Julisa's Jewelry, my friend, okay? And she's the one that's made this beautiful piece of art. So we're working together. I'm going to be able to sell them exclusively for Plant Heartbeats. She won't be selling this design to anybody else, but it's going to be together. We're going to be working together for this design. If you like it, just go ahead and check it out. So let's get back to this repotting or potting into soil, this beautiful Thai constellation. So just to give you a brief background, purchased it back like in beginning of the summer, and by October noticed it had root rot. It was not growing, so I knew there was something wrong with it because it was not growing. After a few months of having it in my house, I had it where it was getting lighting, no new growth, and I knew something was wrong. Ended up taking it out of its original pot, and you guys can see it in that video. I urge you to go ahead and look at it if you haven't seen it. You'll see me actually getting it out of the pot and discovering it had root rot. So ended up chopping off all of its roots, and it was the beginning of October when I did that. So I was really nervous because we were coming into winter, and I just didn't know if it's something you reroot plants in the winter. But that was beginning of October. Chopped all of the roots off, did not add anything else to the water, just put it in water and put it in the window. Actually, this is my plant room, and I put it on one of these shelves where it was getting morning sun, and basically changed the water every 3 to 4 days, and did not add anything to the water. And it took about 2 weeks, and I started finally seeing that some little white dots were happening, and little roots started coming out, and they started coming out, and more and more and more and more and more. So this is the result of rerooting it in water. Again, it's been 3 months. Okay, October, November, December, January, 3 months, exactly 3 months since it's been in water. And my question is, can I transfer the soil now that it's winter? I've tried to get information and I've decided that it's okay to do it. They are inside my house. They are kept in about 70-degree temperature. So they are getting a lot of sun in the morning. So I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and change it into soil because I don't want to leave it until the spring. That would put it at 6 months in water. I just think it's a little too much to keep it in water. Necessarily, nothing bad might happen, but at the same time, I don't want it to be harder on the roots to transfer into soil because it's been so used to water. So that's a decision I'm making. That's part of being a plant parent. Nobody can tell you exactly what to do. You have to make their own choices. And yes, you get nervous because you just don't want to mess up. It is a learning experience. So I'm sharing it with you guys, and hopefully this will go well. So again, I wanted to say thank you for the comments because some of you guys have given me some suggestions, and I've come to a conclusion to I feel comfortable doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a terracotta pot. It's a small one. Before, I had made a mistake. I had put it in this is the original pot I had transferred it to. That was way too big. So now I'm going to do a smaller pot because this is going to help the soil dry off faster. So that's one of the tips and points. It's very important to know. So basically I'm comparing the root ball size to the pot, and I feel like this is pretty good. I'm actually going to, the mix that I'm going to use, I'm going to make sure it's very, very airy. So some people use 50% soil, 50% perlite. Some people also use orchid bark, and there's a lot of different compositions that people use and feel comfortable with. I'm actually going to be using, I don't know the exact proportion, but I'm going to say it's about 20% of a soil mix that I already bought from my nursery that I love, and it's already airy, but I'm still going to make it more airy. And how I'm doing that is by adding more perlite and more orchid bark. So here's the orchid bark. I actually had already mixed them in there, and there is some perlite in here, but I think I wanted to add just a tad more. So I'm going to add just a tad more because obviously we're just making sure that this growth media is very airy because we do not want any more root rot. No more, please, no more. That seems very fluffy, very airy. So that should work. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here. We're gonna go ahead. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, bringing her out. Let's check out and appreciate those beautiful fruits. Woohoo! Yip yip! Hooray! Yip yip! Happiness, right? For all these plant mamas when you see these beautiful fruits. Yeah, baby. You live, you live. Okay, let's place her here. Okay, so I want to put soil or up to basically here, no more than that, just enough to cover this. Okay, that look good? Yeah, that looks good right there. So yeah, Thai Constellation Monsteras seem to be prone to root rot versus regular Monsteras. You don't hear much of them having root rot, but I hear so many people in you guys' comments and seeing other videos and other people's experiences have experienced root rot with their Thai Constellation. That's one of the bad things. Such a beautiful plant, but it, you know, you just gotta be so careful for the soil. So that's one of the things I would say. If you buy one like I did, it was already potted in the soil, but the soil mixture that it came with, I trusted it and I shouldn't have. It was not airy enough. Guys, that looks great. Ooh, it doesn't weigh anything because that mixture is so nice and airy. Ah, I still have a Monstera Thai Constellation. I totally thought I had lost this baby. Guys, I got to the point that I just couldn't emotionally handle it. I kind of turned it over to my husband and I said, you take over. Once I cut off the roots, I couldn't keep thinking about it every day that I had it in water. I would come and look at it and like, I was nervous, thinking, is it going to root rot again in water, or is it going to give me more roots? And these were the original roots, the leaves, and obviously they dried out from the root rot, so I cut the tips, and you can see that in my old video when I did it. But look at those new leaves. Like I said, this whole new leaf came in while it was in water, completely opened up and unfurled. I mean, come on. And then this new leaf, wait, this one has just come out like last few days. Within the next week, we got this whole new leaf, and it has little holes in it already, so it's gonna be a big leaf. And you can see the other leaf, where the new leaf that's gonna pop also in the future here. So it is a beautiful plant. So I'm probably gonna wait. I'm thinking right now about a moss pole. Like I should have put maybe a pole on it, and maybe I can. The ball of the root system that I put was towards here. So maybe back here I can stick a bamboo stick or something, and that way it can be ready to climb, because that's one of the things that helps these. So let me go get that. Okay guys, so I got my little bamboo stick, and it's not that long, but I didn't want to put a ginormous one either, at least for now. So anyhow, I'm gonna see, my bamboo stick comes with a thinner end and a thicker end. So I'm gonna put the one that's thinner. And like I mentioned, I noticed where my roots went. So I noticed that most of my roots are towards the front. So I feel comfortable with placing this towards the back. And these are the newer leaves. So these are the ones that are gonna start after the newest leaf. Always is the one that gives the next leaf. So I know that this is the area where it's gonna keep growing from. So I think it's perfect to position it over here. And now I'm gonna grab it towards this leaf, the second oldest leaf. Give it some stability. These are my little Velcro grafts that I love, love, love. Okay, these are these. You've seen them in other videos. You can just cut them and you can change them as you need to. So that's it. It's got some support. Looks a little crooked, but maybe once I put the water in the dirt, it's gonna help in the soil. So, okay, so we have some water here, and I made sure it's filtered water. I have a reverse osmosis filter. I'm gonna use the best that I have, so that's why I'm using it. I know Monsteras usually don't need to do this, but I just went ahead because I want to be precautious. And I actually thought that I went ahead and I put 1 drop of Super Thrive. Super Thrive is basically like vitamins. It says here plant health promoting vitamin formula, and I liked it that it says reduces transplant shock. And since I am doing some kind of transplant, I thought it would be good. So I did 1 drop for this whole pitcher. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and water it. Let's see if it starts flowing quickly from the bottom. Yes, it does. That's how you know you have a very aerating mix, because you want it to flow quickly from the bottom. it's not getting stuck, compacted. Oops. That was the whole thing. See how well it's flowing? So very good sign. I almost feel like I'm gonna go get more water and do one more. I wanna make sure that it's all completely wet. Let me do this one more time. Let me go get more water. Okay, I actually added a little bit more of soil because I noticed that some of the roots were exposed. So just adding a little more, letting it get wet and drain through. Okay, and I also wanted to add, you know, that it is expected that when you transfer a plant from water into soil, that it does go into shock. The roots are water roots, so that you will, some of the roots might dry off and die, and maybe 20% is what I've heard that you can expect. So therefore you want to wait to transfer it into soil when you see that there's enough roots, that if it lost 20% of its roots, that it would still have enough roots to thrive. So I think mine definitely had enough roots. So now the plan is not to water it too often. So my plan is to water it once a week. The way this soil composition is, I feel that most likely in 3 days when I measure it, it's probably going to re-dry 3 to 4 days. But I want to not overdo it, so I want to wait about a week to actually water it. That's my plan so far. If you guys have any tips or suggestions, please comment and let me know. If you've gone through this before, what you did, what helped, how often you watered it. That would be a great tip for me. But so far, that's what I've thought that it would be the safest thing to do. So that's it, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be at this point where I can transfer it from water to soil. And this is my last little, you know, bridge to cross where I'm a little nervous, and hopefully this will be a success also. And hopefully this also encourages you, if you're going through root rot with your Monstera Thai Constellation, that you can succeed. Even if you have to cut off all of its roots, you can reroot putting it in water. I basically just change the water every few days, and here we are. Put it where there was light. I actually want to say that I had it, as you guys saw in this container, I actually had it a smaller one, and I transferred it to this one after there was so much roots. And somebody suggested to put it actually where it was in a dark base, and I didn't have a dark base, and I actually wanted to be able to see the roots, so I actually had put it in here. So it actually, the roots weren't getting much light, and some people suggest that that's kind of what's natural, I guess, when they're underneath soil, whether it's dark, but the leaves had a lot of light, and that's what I did. Did it really contribute for it to be a lot faster growth? I don't know, but it worked. So whatever, it has worked. So I'm happy to hear that. So I'm just sharing with you guys my details, and hopefully that helps. And if you have some questions, please write in the questions in the comments, and I'll be happy to try to answer them if it helps you guys in any way. So thank you for following me my plant journey, and hopefully I can give you guys another update in a few months where it's showed even more progress and success. Thank you for watching, and if you are enjoying my videos, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. I have a lot of great ideas coming up pretty soon. Thank you for your support. Bye.